Right, Northerners United back again. Another episode of Real Talk. We got Sam on again. How you doing? You alright, mate?
All right, mate. You?
Good man. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Going to be discussing today a more enjoyable topic, the biggest game in the world, in our opinion. So yeah, go on. Start us off. What's top of your list?
I'd probably say as a Liverpool fan, it's as the biggest game in the world is probably Liverpool versus United or United versus Liverpool. Obviously, to individual fans, like I'd say personally for me, like when we play Everton, it's bigger for me personally than we play United. That's just my opinion. But obviously, on a global scale, I'd definitely say when Liverpool and United play each other, by far probably the biggest game in the world. I say the amount of people that tune in to watch it. I think I don't. I remember seeing some stats. I'm not going to try and quote them, but when we beat Anfield this season, it was a silly amount. Or last season, it was a silly amount of people watched it. But yeah, I suppose that and being the two biggest clubs in England, most successful, biggest, and then you've got how well supported they are on a global scale. I'd probably say for me, it's United, Liverpool United, definitely.
Yeah, I think if you look at the following both teams have got, and especially with Liverpool's resurgence now in the last few years, I know we've got some stupid number of followers, but I don't know whether they're all supporters or followers, but it's like 1 in 11 in the whole world is a United fan. Something stupid like that.
That's ridiculous. I didn't know that. That's insane stuff.
It's mad. You're going on like 700 million, and it's probably close for you as well. Like you might know, but it'll be if you add them together, you're going well into the like 1 point something billion easy. So
yeah,
I think only Madrid, Barca on a numbers level will be able to match it. I know when I go to Algeria, the village where my dad's from, like everyone there is either Madrid or Barca. So
are they?
yeah, think about how many villages there are like that in the whole world, and then you've got the same thing for United Liverpool as well. So like, especially in Africa, your Far East, you've got a lot of fans. India as well. So yeah, I think numbers wise, you're looking at that. But then you've got the subtle difference between how big it is in terms of how many people it kind of that follow that game, but then the subtle difference with how much it means to the people that follow that game. So if you're going on that kind of filter, you could look at like Rangers Celtic, couldn't you? Glasgow Rangers, Glasgow Celtic. That's obviously got religion behind it as well, isn't it? Protestants and Catholics. But that one's quite deep, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to go and watch Celtic. Very impressive ground. I loved it. I had a great day. I can't remember they played now. I think it's Partick Thistle. They won 3-0, but it was the whole day out. It was really good. And I know a few lads who go and watch Celtic in Europe and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter where they're going. They're gonna take 6,000-7,000 wherever they're going. They're gonna fill an away end. And we'll say for Rangers really, but I'd probably say with my beliefs and everything else, I lean more towards Celtic. I prefer the religious side of things. I'm not religious, but all the whole political views and stuff. I'm more Celtic. That's my I won't go into too much into that, but I know when they do play that I always watch it when they play, even if it's not even if it's not like the technically greatest football.
Yeah.
It's an absolute bloodbath. It's great because you've got players like Scott Brown who just want to hit someone dead hard. It's great. I absolutely love that. It's proper old school sort of derby. Whereas nowadays it's all toned down a bit, and you don't see as much. I used to see videos of like when we used to play Everton and stuff like that. You know, Gerrard diving in, and it's absolutely clattering people, and Carragher in the lights, and then you've got like a 20-man brawl nowadays. It's just like everyone shaking each other around and says it. I've said it from a distance. It's not the same anymore. But yeah, that's one derby that is, I think, always will be. Because it's not just like it's just football. It goes down to political and religion.
Yeah,
and Well, I've actually been to I know there's quite Celtic have got quite a big Irish following, and I went last year. I went to Belfast with my girlfriend for a weekend, and I've always been really interested to know the Republican and sort of loyalist views behind things, and that was quite enlightening. Obviously, it's and how strongly they feel about it, and even though you're either staunch Celtic or staunch Rangers, there's nothing in really in between.
Yeah.
And it is, but where we actually draw the line, and you actually go into the history of things. It's like, yeah, that's wow.
Yeah.
It's quite intense, really.
Yeah, and I think also you see like even the new players that come in that they sign, maybe not necessarily even from the UK at all. Like I think they've got Morelos up front. Even when they had like Samaras, I think Celtic had Samaras and players like that that are not from the UK, but they understood the importance of that game, and you could see it when they played as well. But yeah, obviously the other one we mentioned before, Madrid Barca, that's obviously a massive game on a global scale. I think when Ronaldo was there, it was probably more watchable. Not so much now, but also going to Argentina, also Spanish speaking, Boca River. So that one, from talking to George, who's a regular on this, he told me that virtually everyone either supports Boca or River. So you've got a whole country. Imagine if like the whole of England was like either United or Liverpool. That madness, wouldn't it? Did you think of it like that? But yeah, you see like their stadium. What's it called? Boca Stadium. Can't remember. But whatever it's called, there's always like blue flag.
Oh, La Bombonera.
La Bombonera, what a name. You got that as well, and yeah, apparently it's just impossible to get a ticket for that game. Like harder than our game, harder than Madrid Barca apparently. But yeah, any other big ones that come to mind?
I think obviously, like we're saying, they're not as big on a sort of global scale. But if you ask the people who are from there, it means more to them than anything. Like I went to Belgrade last year, and they're a rum bunch. And that was Red Star Belgrade. Obviously, won a European Cup, so quite a big team. Well, were a big team in the past. And when they played Partizan Belgrade, I know United played them. Was it this season, last season?
Last season, I think.
Last season. So they're quite a rum bunch as well. So I don't think. And then you've got like Lyon Saint Etienne. I remember that infamous Fekir celebration away at Saint Etienne, where he took his top off and held his top up to the Saint Etienne fans, and there was absolute bedlam in the stands. And I think stuff like that. I think you can go anywhere and find a derby that means a lot to people. But I think in terms of actually, like you said, there is a difference between it, how much it means to people there and then, and different locations. And then there's a shout saying, what's the biggest derby or what's the biggest match in the world when it comes to TV revenue and all the money involved in it, stuff like that, really. So
yeah, and you've got Fenerbahce Galatasaray as well, which is massive. Yeah. That game, you just look at it on TV and you think, there's so much smoke, so many flares going off. How do you even watch the game? I swear no one actually watches that game. They buy the ticket to not watch the game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's mad. And obviously the Milan derby, that like the Italians, they can proper get into it, and you see the chanting and the constant, even the goals like in Napoli, when the goals go in as well, not Milan, but the Italy kind of culture. You have like the microphone, the guy with the microphone, and the goal shouting. I always remember the Higuain one. But yeah, man, it is. Derbies are good, man. Obviously, no football at the moment, but yeah, hopefully it comes back soon, innit?
Oof, yeah, missing it now a lot.
Yeah, man.
Especially because we're really good as well, so that helps. But
I know. I think the next time you lose could be at Old Trafford. It's looking like we're the only ones that get close to beating
you. I always said to you, everyone, I said like, and then this season we drew at your place. People say, "Oh, you've been blowing teams away." So you should win there. I said, "Yeah, we should. We won't. We never do. We never do at Old Trafford." And it was almost like me and my mate who went on. Oh, what shock horror. We haven't turned up again at Old Trafford. Who'd have thought it? And it's almost like we get there and we go, oh, I don't like this. Whereas the rest of the time we go away to big grounds and we just do it. It's weird. But then we go to Anfield and we tend to pace you last few years. So it's just, I don't get it. But
yeah. But yeah, we might have to do to you what we did to Arsenal in 2004. Stop that.
yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Another episode done. That's Real Talk. Another episode with Sam. Thanks for coming on again, Sam. Appreciate it.
No,
guys,
mate, nice one.
Comment below what you want us to talk about next time. Whether it's biggest footballer ever, best footballer ever, or idols growing up. We might do those soon. But yeah, comment, subscribe, but like the video as well. We need those likes to shoot up. Yeah, take care, guys. See you next time. In a bit, Sam.
See you later, mate.